But in those chronicles written by ancient scholars, there are some matters which do not accord with the inscriptions.
Like many such historical documents, these chronicles were paid for by kings and produced under their supervision, and they are instruments of official propaganda. They are also full of exaggeration, poetic license, and mythology, especially in the earlier reaches of Burmese history. They include truly ludicrous exaggerations about the size of armies, often describing battles involving tens of millions of soldiers, and they frequently include the colourful appearances of ogres, ghosts, ghouls, demons, and magicians, along with countless figures from Burmese mythology. But in all their fantastical presentation, these chronicles can combine with official inscriptions to preserve relatively accurate dates and events, and they also preserve the folklore and traditional memory of the people. In the year 1829, the King Bagyi Dao of Burma appointed a committee of scholars to write a chronicle of the Burmese kings that would act as the final complete edition. He gathered them in the glittering front wing of his residence, known as the Glass Palace, and instructed them to get to work.
The king of the law, seeing the many discrepancies and repetitions in the former chronicles, gave thought to the matter. Being convinced that a chronicle of kings should be the standard, and not a thing of conflicting and false statements, he assembled his ministers and ecclesiastical teachers in the front chamber of the palace, which was variegated with divers gems and a fit place for the most exalted personages, and caused the chronicle to be purified by comparing it with other chronicles and a number of inscriptions, each with the other, and adopting the truth in the light of reason and the traditional books.
This document, full of tangents and footnotes, would become known as the Glass Palace Chronicle. Despite its complicated nature, it's a remarkable text that gives us a real glimpse of how the people of ancient Pagan felt and thought about their lives and the world around them, as well as the birth of their empire. The origins of the people who first spoke the Burmese language are wreathed in mystery. The Burmese chronicles claim a line of kings going back to the 2nd century, but modern scholars and archaeologists consider this to be extremely unlikely. One more plausible account traces the history of these people back to the early 9th century and the powerful kingdom named Nan Chao. The power of Nan Chao ruled over the area across the mountains to the east, in what is today the lofty province of Yunnan in western China. For years, the kings of Nan Chao had set their sights on the rich river valley of the Irrawaddy. The year was 832. Around the world at this time, the Byzantine Empire, the last remaining part of what had been the Roman Empire, was fighting for its life against increasingly confident Arab empires, inspired by the young religion of Islam. In the